Happy New Year, everybody. This is Lou. Thanks for checking out the Boston line. Made some progress. Just wanted to share with everybody. But of course, wanted to wish everybody a happy and safe New Year. Hope everybody's healthy, working and enjoying the hobby. Anyway, I made some progress with my boys today. Did a little scenic work. And I have some trains running. Oh boy. Here goes TV9. But we made a little progress today with the kids. Had a fun day. I got the crossing started here. First coat. Actually, second coat is down. It's a little rough, but if spine cars will make it through, anything will. But the boys and I did a couple layers of the cloth today, just to kind of give the idea of the hill. I got my little tractor trailer sitting there, coming down. It's a little steep, but hey, it's my layout, so that's kind of what's happening. You know, originally, actually, I wanted to get a bridge across here, but I realized that we literally don't have a single grade crossing on the whole layout, and my kids just love to blow the horn. So I decided to just build a ramp down and come across at grade, which I think is actually, I think it's a pretty cool scene, especially on the curve. And it's on the grade too, so, you know, when I got the sound cranking, everything's in run 8. So it sounds cool coming up the hill. All right, buddy, why don't you show us what we're working on today?
The right drip.
Okay. What are we building?
We are building a hill. A house in that.
Hill, okay. Why don't you tell everybody what you're doing? You're putting the plaster on?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do? You smooth it out?
Cover the bumps.
Cover the bumps, nice. And what do we use underneath the plaster? What's the brown stuff? Cardboard?
Cardboard.
Yeah, and we glued it?
Yeah, we glued it.
All right, looking pretty good. Another piece?
One more piece, right?
I'm gonna cut a couple more because we got a couple holes over here, and well, it looks pretty good.
Where could this one go?
How about right over here?
Ooh, whoops.
Right here.
Okay.
Bring it down a little more so we can cover some of that hole. There you go.
Oops.
It's all right. We'll work it out. Looks good. I finished up the SD60M. I think it came out pretty cool. I didn't have a chance to get like a full cab interior in it, but I did steal a couple of these Broadway limited figures from my dad. So thanks, Dad. And I just basically glued them in there. I mean, you get the idea. It looks pretty cool, but it came out nice. Ditch lights work. I have ESU V5 with 402 SMDs in the headlights and the ditch lights. it ended up being a little bit of work to get it fixed up back together. But just to remind you, this is all custom. This was a build that my dad built for me years ago, probably 15, 20 years ago. It's an old rail power shell, custom painted, all by my dad, custom detailed. It's got all the lift rings, and I didn't weather it yet. I'm gonna keep this one fresh just because it's kind of sentimental being a custom build. I'll probably just powder up the trucks, maybe the pilot a little bit. But yeah, the old man did pretty good. It's been sitting in a box for, better part of 20 years. So I took it apart and I did a Kato motor with the A-line universal drive shafts. It still has the Athearn running gear, but it's a rail power chassis. So being that it's a rail power chassis and, everything's kind of custom, there's always things that need to be sorted out. So I had some clearance issues with the trucks. You can kind of see the, I don't know what the thing is sticking down over the truck, but there's not a lot of clearance. So I did have to file down the truck a little bit, and also the front of the truck was hitting the coupler box. So I had to pull that off and file it down. Any of you guys that are custom builders, hands off to you. I don't have the patience to do custom build from scratch, but luckily for me, I can kind of start with a pretty nice piece and, just bring it up to the 21st century. So I'm looking forward to getting this into service. This is the next engine up on the bench. It's an Atlas Silver Series -840 CW in the regular mating worms. I've had my eyes open for one of these for a long time. I had the quality 60, 61, 65, but I never had, I didn't have a standard mating worm. So I grabbed this off of one of the Facebook groups, and actually it's never been out of the box, so that's always neat. I love finding something that's, I think this engine was released in 06 according to Atlas's website. So that's 15 years old, never been out of the box. To me, it's like a treasure. So that's cool. But anyway, so I bought a Loksound decoder. I'm going to install dual soundtracks, 28mm round speakers. I know Loksound has a 28mm, but it comes with a baffle, and I don't know. I've done a couple of these already, and the soundtracks, 28mm, just they fit in there pretty good. And then I'll run a bead of silicone around the whole thing just to kind of seal it off. It also kind of glues it in too. So, but I made some. I don't want to curse. I made some mistake. These are DCC ready. For anybody that doesn't know, they come with your standard Atlas motherboard with an 8-pin plug right there in the middle. And, I just did another one of these, a non-wide cab, just a -840C. And I plugged in an 8-pin ESU and threw the speakers in, and, I'm rocking and rolling. But for some reason, I decided to order a board type Loksound board. I call them board types. It's a 58821 because it's got these two clips which clip in to an Atlas. Where is it? There's my finger. Right, so most Atlas, you just throw in I call them a board type. It's a ESU 58821. It clips in, and then it's got all the pads, very easy to solder to, and you can rock and roll. But so of course I said, I'll start tearing everything out, and I clipped everything, and I go to install it, and you can see that the clips they line up, but they interfere with the speaker box there. Train time. So I ripped everything out, and the decoder doesn't work. So, I mean, not a problem because I'll always find something else to put that in. But I just happen to have an 21 pin with a Nix board, buddy board laying around. So I ripped everything out, and I'm just going with this. Everything's got to be hardwired, which is not a big deal. You just got to trace all the wires. You know, for anybody that's never done a Nix board, it's also very simple. Track power, speakers on the ends, and then you got this cool little board right here with all your auxiliaries. And what I'm doing on this, you got your headlight and your number board light. So I'm going to go the scale trains route, and the headlight's going to be a regular headlight, but the number board light is going... Is it lit up right now? No, just a reflection. The number board light, I'm going to... Oh, train time. But the number board light, I'm going to hook up the function 8. So when the sound comes on, the number boards will light up, and I'll go from there. But yeah, I major screw up. But, you know, it happens. Luckily, it can all be fixed. All it takes is a little bit of patience and a little bit of solder. I'm trying to keep it clean. Like I said, I'm waiting for the speakers. So that's the next one on the bench. But there's something about those Dash 8 wide cabs I just love. So that'll be it. I'll keep you updated on that one. And that's it, everybody. Have a safe and happy New Year. And check back. I'll have some more updates for you. Thanks.